Hi everyone, welcome to How Ines Rolls. Need some ideas for dinner? Ones that don't require lots of bowls and cleaning up after? How about a one-pot dinner? I'm all for that. I'm gonna show you this recipe. It is going to be delicious. Let's get started. Today I'm gonna use my skillet. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil. Now remember, the recipe card will be at the end of the video. It will have all of the measurements, everything's gonna be good. I've used a couple of these recipes, not this one in particular, but I have used a few of these recipes in the past. And the really great part about it is you're gonna get a lot of flavor from the broth. So I have some broth, and that's always gonna be good. I actually have a recipe for buttered noodles, and I'll post that here. And it's also kind of like that same thing, all in one pot. And you could add like meat into that if you wanted to, like some ground beef or some turkey or even some chicken. And so what we're gonna do right now, all that flavor came from the broth. It was so good. So it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna cook up some chicken breasts that I've cut into smaller pieces. Let me bring you closer. So those chicken breasts that are cubed, they're like 1-inch pieces. I'm going to cook those for about 4 to 5 minutes, just to kind of give them a head start to kind of brown a little bit. And then I'm going to add some garlic and after that, some broth. Now it's supposed to be a low sodium, so I like to make my own broth from bouillon cubes. And so what I did is I made the 3 cups. But I only used the broth for only 1 cube, which would actually be 2 cups of broth. So the salt, I feel like that'll be less salt that way and still lots and lots of flavor. So just a little hint. Let me finish this up. Okay, I feel like I've gotten enough of the chicken cooked for a few minutes. And I'm just gonna add some of the garlic, give it about a minute or so to mix in. And then we're gonna add the yummy stuff. It's already smelling delicious. And it's so easy, one pot, I love it. So we're gonna get now all the broth going and the cream, the cream of chicken right in. Yummy. Don't worry, it's gonna be great. As you can see, I already have my sauce starting to go, so I'm going to add the penne pasta. So this is going to be the best. So now I don't have to worry about cooking this in another pot, merging it at the right time. Did I overcook it? Should I keep it al dente? Those questions we ask ourselves about making pastas or dinners. All right. I got that going, so I'm going to bring that up to a little bit of a boil, and I can already see that it's starting. So now I'm going to reduce the heat to medium heat, and then I'm going to cook it for about 15 minutes, and mostly just until the noodles are about done. And I don't even have to cover it. Isn't that great? Because sometimes when I cover things, I tend to forget they're there, and things start to, crisp up a little bit on the bottom. So if you ever seen, I made a video for arroz con pollo, and that totally, I have to watch that like a hawk because it starts to crisp up really bad or really fast on the bottom. So I'm glad that I don't have to cover this up. Looking good. It's boiling. None of the pasta is sticking out too much. I could kind of give it a little bit of a mix. We have about 10 more minutes left. Looking great. So it's almost time to add the vegetable in here. In my recipe card at the end of the video with this chicken or Parmesan chicken penne pasta, it's going to require or add peas into it. Now, if I try to put peas into something, my family would not eat it. I don't even know if I'd eat it. So we're gonna put broccoli. So I cut a bunch of it down, and I use the same jar that I made the broth in. So it has already some of the flavor. So I'm just gonna dump that in here. Now I did have to add a tiny little bit of water, maybe about half of a can, back into my pot or my pan here because I think the skillet cooks faster than even I want to. So I just made sure there was always a little bit of juice in there so I can add my vegetables. So let's get that going. It's already smelling good. And that is it, you guys. Look at how delicious this looks. It is, I think it looks better with the broccoli than probably the peas. Let me know in the comments if you love peas, because then I will stop offending you. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is just top it with some Parmesan cheese. And I bought some of basil, but look, it's already chopped in. It's even lightly dried, so I can sprinkle that on top as well. Give it a mix, and then I'll start to put it in a bowl. So I put everything on, it's ready to go. It looks delicious, and I need to try it, right? So flavorful. Delicious. I can't wait to eat it. So I'll be serving this with one of the ready-made salads, plus I have some garlic bread. Doesn't that sound delicious? Like the perfect Italian or pasta dinner. Plus, my son just reminded me that we have a partial dessert in the freezer. Do you want to see what we're having for dessert? So what we're having for dessert is frozen bananas. Yesterday I sliced up some of my extra bananas that were behind me. They were starting to get ripe, so I didn't want to make a lot of banana bread. So I sliced them up, put them in the freezer yesterday, and now they're waiting for this delectable part that goes on top, and I can't wait. So it's a cup, it's equal parts. So you could do half a cup of chocolate chips, half a cup of bananas. You could do that, but because I made a whole pan of them, I'm gonna do a cup of each. So I also am going to spray my measuring cup, so that way the peanut butter doesn't stick. I already have my chocolate chips in a bowl, and then I'm just going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, get a good stir going. It usually takes about a minute. Pretty easy, right? So I've made the sauce. It's got the chocolate, the peanut butter. It was about 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, sorry, twice. And so now all I'm gonna do is just top it on top of these frozen banana pieces. Super easy. And if I have a lot of extra chocolate, sometimes that happens, then I kind of just pour them over and make it like a bark. So then I just chop them into squares, but I think this is gonna be just fine. Doesn't that look delicious? It's so easy. I'll just put them back in the freezer, and then when we're ready to eat them, they just pop right off, and delicious. It's one of my favorite desserts, especially in the summer. So we had extra peanut butter and of course extra bananas, and voila, dessert. So we have this yummy dinner and yummy dessert. I hope you enjoyed this meal. It's a really easy way to make a dinner for your family. It serves about 6. So the Parmesan chicken penne is delicious. It's one pot wonder, so to say, and the easy dessert, a complete meal. So give this video a thumbs up if it's something that you think you'll try or that you just like the video, and stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. See you soon. I am ready to eat. I even had some leftover bacon, so seemed like a great topper for this dish. So excited to try. Ezzy wanted to try it. He was ready to eat. You like that? He's kind of going through a no meat thing, so he just has pasta on his plate. Yum, yum. How about you, Jonas?
That's very good.
You like that? It's got lots of flavor?
Yeah.
So good. I even put some bacon on it.
Oh,
Turn, pulls up. I think we all like it. Paul had to eat the salad part first before he could try it.
No, it's good.
It's good. I am loving it. So, so good.